Alrighty then. And that I am Oklahoma, the GM, and we are here again with the Arcane Men's Party. If you like our content, please like, subscribe, comment, and if you like, join us on our Discord channel. I'll have a link down below, and I'll leave my Twitter handle down there. Hold me that way as well. Now, last time we let off, you guys were in a fight.
So we were.
Right, so last act was Ash, the cleric, and that brings us down to Baka.
Okay, yay!
Oh, I can't wait for this.
Go ham. I did not hold back anymore.
Okay. If I remember correctly, several of our party got hurt over the last session.
I believe Anzu.
August got hurt. Me and Anzu are hurt. Everybody else is pretty much fine.
Okay.
I have 9 HP left.
I'm not hurt. I'm full.
Oh, okay.
Oh, August took that. Okay.
Yeah, I took 50 damage to my face. And I'm at 9. How's that feel?
Hey.
Well, how big is Ruby's hill? Like 60 feet? All around?
Huh?
60-foot radius, I believe he said.
The room was like a 60-foot radius.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So first, Baka is going to question. Using a spell for my ring is an action or a bonus action?
It depends on the spell you cast.
Okay, so it would be spent or casting a spell outright.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, except this doesn't use a spell slot because you already used that spell on a
Okay.
fire.
Okay. Well, the first thing Baka is going to do, he's going to pull out of his shell his fancy little orb that these people never expect from him.
Oh.
And he's going to bounce it up and down his hand, and he's going to activate Positive Entry Flood while looking at the Oni before it. That, I believe, is the con save
Hmm?
from all three of them.
Oh, yeah. Con save? Okay, we're done.
Yep, con save 60.
Okay, I'm gonna roll this one at a time. This one is for Villa. This one is for Asher. plus 3. Okay, so the Medusa fails.
Okay, that is 43 radiant damage, half as much on the saves, and everyone gets 43 temporary HP.
Yay.
Then, as a bonus action, I'm going to summon my spiritual weapon.
Okay.
I'm sorry, I forget the positioning of.
So the Cavilliah is in the center, and to your left would be the cleric, and to the right would be the Medusa.
Okay, I'm going after the cleric. And I summon my spiritual weapon. It's a silvery version of of Divine Spark. It's gonna appear
Mm.
above. And I does the 14 hits.
14. Cleric. Nope, that misses the cleric.
Okay. Then after that, Baka is going to action surge.
Oh.
And
Interesting.
yeah, buddy. And he's going to cast Spirit Guardians.
Oh.
So when he action surges, he's going to pull, he's going to smack his war hammer against his shield, and let out like a war cry. And the other Ninja Turtles, their ghostly visages are just going to appear around him. And he's going to rush the cleric to bring change to get hit by them. And she needs to make a wisdom save, which for sure she's got freaking pass, but
2. Oh. Alright, all of them are just.
whoever's within range, just rush the cleric of own range.
Alright, what's the distance?
Then
Yeah.
um, 50 feet.
50 feet?
15.
15.
Yes, one.
Yeah, okay. Alright, so they'll make wisdom saves. That's for Cavilliah. Um, For Ash. And plus yeah, so the Medusa fails.
And she takes another 12 radiant damage, and the others, I guess, 6. But I am now in range of. I'm now in a range of the cleric. And my bonus action on this one, Buck is going to. He's going to play as he's running towards them. He's just going to send a healing word towards August. Uh, it is level 2 from his ring. So I'm just going to roll it manually because if I cast, it's going to burn my slot. HP back to August.
Yeah.
Plus the 43 temporary that everybody has, and rushing the cleric. Back is just gonna growl. The power will have your soul. And I cannot attack that. That will be it.
All right. That ends your turn. By the way, great turn. That's amazing. It's now the Medusa's turn. Okay. All right, into the Medusa is gonna come up on you and make 3 attacks. Well, it's a +5. That's only 24. So 24 hit. Answer.
Oh, yes, at 24 hits.
All right, 24. That's no snake here. Okay, so we got 1d20. No, wait. 1d4 plus 2 plus 4d6. You're not immune to poison damage.
I'm resistant against poison. And
Alright.
I'm immune.
So the last 4d6. I'll just roll 2d6 and you'll take that since you're resistant.
And then should I half that because I do have my potion of invulnerability going, which is resistant to all damage.
Yep. Okay.
So you get half the 6.
We get
You get half the
half that total.
6. The 1d4 and
So
plus
he'll
2.
take 5 damage.
Yeah.
It should be 7. Because the 2d6 is already you applying his resistance to the poison.
But he's naturally resistant to poison because he's on Warforged.
Resistance doesn't stack. It's if you are resistance is half damage, you can't reduce the damage to quadruple unless it's a save. You pass it and you have resistance.
I'm pretty sure resistance stacks. We
Yeah.
have played it like that before.
Have we? I don't
Yeah.
think we've ever encountered such a situation.
Well, either way, my current ruling would stand, and also all of your benefits. So
Alright then. Then it will be 5 damage. That was just confusion.
alrighty, well that ends Medusa's turn. Mimi is attacking, I guess. I'll have to bring Mimi's character sheet up. Oh, here we go. Okay. So 20. It's a 26 and a 24. Okay, which hit? For 2d6 plus 10? Damage. Not bad.
You have my keys?
No, I don't.
I would hope not.
And that's a 15 12 hit. Alrighty. That brings us back to the top of the round with Luckland.
Okay. I'm gonna target the Medusa if I clear line of sight.
Mm-hmm.
My Omen is still up.
Okay.
And I'm gonna release 2 sharpshooter shots. Well, no, first one sharpshooter shot. Sorry about that. I had to kill a spider. 16 hit.
There's 16 to hit?
Yeah,
No. Wait. Hold on. I'm thinking.
just a Medusa.
Oh, yeah, okay, that will hit. Yes.
Oh, wait. I have advantage. I'm in darkness.
Oh, okay,
Yeah,
see if you get a crit
fine.
then.
Well,
21.
no crit, but it's still
Still hits. Yep.
21.
Roll that sweet damage.
Oh. Roll minimum.
And then I'm gonna fire one more time. Another sharpshooter shot.
Kiki.
Well,
30.
that's a 30. That's scary.
Okay, yeah. Still fairing than Medusa, right?
Yes, sir.
22. Alright. Yeah, she's pretty messed up.
Action surge.
Nice.
$26.
That'll hit. For 18 damage. Okay, it's close to death.
$30.
Yep. Alright, what's it look like when you finish it?
A hail of arrows plummet to your fucking skull.
Robin Hood style, where they hit one after another in the same spot.
Yes, 4 in a row.
And then, since it's safe now for the most part, I'm gonna have Rot move in.
Uh-huh.
"40 feet of the cleric
Okay.
and take how many shots does he have? And I'll have him fire one of his shots.
Okay. Well, the 24 will hit. For 5 damage.
And then he has to make a DC 13 con or become poison for 1 minute. And if it's lower than 5 of that 13, he falls to the floor unconscious.
Oh, wow.
Oh, that sucks. If it had just been a 6 or lower, that would have been a quarter kill in the fight. For at least a while.
Okay, well, that'll end his turn.
Alright. Anzu.
The healer is how far from the Oni?
She's about 5 feet, so
do a reacher from where I'm at, or do I need to move from the Oni to reach them?
I think you would have to move.
All right, I'll go ahead and do that.
Alright, to do it, you're gonna have to take an opportunity attack.
That's fine.
Alright. Nope.
Oh, oh, lucky.
Okay. I'm gonna take a unarmed strike at the healer.
Okay. Well.
Okey-doke.
That is a critical. Only thing is, she's immune to critical hits, so.
For 11 damage.
Still 11 damage.
How they looking?
Yeah, she's about to. She's pretty well hurt.
A second unarmed strike.
Mm-hmm. 22. All right. Uh-oh.
For 12
damage.
Nice.
Right, she's still alive though.
Bonus action. Unarmed strike. Actually, bonus action flurry of blows.
Well, that's the first one. The damage didn't come through though.
There you go.
Damage. Alright, she's
Nice.
still alive.
Ross gonna take a legendary action and cast Toll the Dead.
That's a wisdom save?
Yes.
Right, let's see if this
DC
works.
13. Okay.
Does 11 hit?
No.
Alright, and that will end my turn.
Okay. Next up is August.
Yep. First, I'm gonna use my extra action, the potion of speed I drank before the fight, to drink my potion of invulnerability and give resistance to everything. Then I'm gonna bonus action second wind to regain some HP. That'll be 6 HP for me. And then I'll make 2 attacks with Gunbeam against the Oni.
Well, 17 won't hit. Oh, that
And
works.
that's a roll as well. Well, I tried. That's my turn.
Okay. Now is Cavilla's turn. Let's look at her shoes.
They need to make saves again.
Oh, the wisdom save, right?
Uh, really?
It's a +8 for her.
Which takes 8 radiant damage.
8 radiant damage. 8. So is Ashley to make the save too,
Everybody, all of them on the start of their turn is supposed to make a save.
or on the start of the turns?
Yep.
Okay. Right now it's just Cavilla's turn. Alright, she's going to use an ability and then make 5 attacks against Anzu.
This is the cleric.
No, this is Cavilla. Alright, that's a 28. Yeah, 28. That's a 30.
Is
16.
Andrew next to me? 'Cause I'm not sure how close we are together.
Oh, yeah.
If the 12's a 28, then they all hit.
Well, the 16, the 2 won't hit. So
Yeah.
You have 4.
They all, except for 1, will hit.
Alright.
I was gonna say if Andrew's next to me, I can use my protection fighting style to give her a disadvantage on her attacks. I don't know how close we are.
Oh, you are right next to each other.
Yeah, because I moved towards the healer, and that's where
Then,
you.
yeah, that's what I'm doing.
Alright, let's see. Well, that one will still hit.
So only 3
That
hit
one
now.
will hit. The 10. Yeah, that one won't hit. That one won't hit. So only get 3.
Okay.
Yep. Already. 3, that's 68 plus 24. Wait, what? 66.
So you only take 23 of that, or 22 of that to your regular HP.
Cool.
Oh wait, no. Oh, haha! You take 1 damage to your regular HP.
No, I don't.
It's halved, yes, resistant. So it's 22 damage to his temporary HP.
I still have
21.
Yeah, no, I still have 16 temp HP because the last time.
Oh,
I got
yeah, that 5 damage.
I'm still full HP.
All right.
I'm at 27 HP on my HP. I'm gonna have that 43 step up.
That's Cavillah's turn. I'm going to Ash. Ash, of course, is going to cast a spell. Okay, she's going to cast Mass Cure Wounds.
Hold on. She needs to make her save too.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Let's see. 20 plus 9. Oh, she
Haha!
fails. Roll that damage.
Killing blow. Killing blow.
Irregardless is putting in work.
All right. So, what's it look like when you kill her?
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Nice.
Okay, so basically she gets ready to, I guess, cast her spell, and the spectral versions of the Ninja Turtles, all three of them just like pop up in her face, and one of them holds her hand down and just like shakes his finger at her like and they all just like punch her in the face.
Oh, awesome. Okay, well, that brings us back around to your turn, Baka.
Dope. So seeing that she's down, I'm gonna turn over to Dione, and I'm going to use my bonus action to swing my my spiritual weapon around to attack her.
An 18 will not hit.
Okay. Then I'm going to raise hammer in the air and activate Divine Spark's ability. And call lightning.
This is a deck save.
I'm right next to her. Where I also get hit by it?
No.
Okay, just us. I wouldn't care at all if I did, because I have resistance to lightning damage. And I have advantage against the potions. So I'd be fine.
Just fail that.
She's gonna re-roll that. What the hell?
Still failed.
Still fail. Okay.
She rolled a bit better, but still sucked.
For my victory for the Devourer, I'm going to call upon his name to channel my divinity to do lightning damage.
Max
For
damage.
full 30 lightning damage.
30 lightning damage. Okay. Okay, she's pretty hurt right now, so. Is that any turn, Baka?
Yeah, he's going to look at her. He's like, "You're next." And that ends his turn.
Alright, Lachlan?
Another two sharpshooter shots at the Oni now. Actually, they'll be regular shots, actually.
Well, that's a hit. For 9 damage. Alright, go ahead with your second attack.
$35 hit.
Yeah.
For 13 damage.
13. Nice. Alrighty. That end your turn?
Rot's gonna cast Guiding Bolt.
Okay.
That's a nope.
No. Alright, that end your turn?
Yes, sir.
Alright, Enzo?
I'm going to turn over to the Oni and do 2 unarmed strikes against her.
Well, the 19 doesn't hit, so.
Bonus action, Flurry of Blows.
29 hits.
Tis be a crit. Do crit work on her?
Yes.
Okay.
Nice.
Fifteen
For
damage.
50.
Nice. Nice.
And a stunning strike, con of 16.
Okay.
In addition, can't take reactions till end of next turn. Or until end of my next turn.
Okay.
Turn.
Alright, August, you're up.
Alright, can I position myself to get flanking on her? With Anzu and Baka there?
Yeah. Yeah.
Alright, so I'll do that. Then I'll, with my extra action from the potion of speed, I'll drink my potion of Cloud Giant Strength to bring my strength modifier up to 8. And then I'm gonna make 2 attacks with Gungnir on her. So I'm rolling 1d20 plus 12 with advantage.
Well, that's a hit.
Yep,
16 damage.
16 damage. That's the first. And the second one.
28? Oh, yeah, that's the hit. For 11 damage.
And that is my turn.
Alright, she's still alive. Alright, it comes back to her turn.
And she's got to roll.
Oh, yeah. T.
Ooh.
Yep, she's a fail.
Nice.
Where was that roll my stunning strike?
17 radiant damage.
All right.
Turtles split into her view, and each one of them hits her with a strike from one of their weapons, and then just flip back out.
Okay. Right. So what she's gonna do is turn to August, raise her sword, and attack. Um, I think this is the last time to do it 5 times.
You're gonna do that at disadvantage because I'm a protector.
He's on the other side of her, though.
But definitely not within 5 feet of me. My bad. Sorry.
Well, so what's her 2 hit numbers?
Plus 14.
Plus 14, so there's a 25 to
The
30
minimum is
on
24.
24. 33. I guess I will shield and take 3 hits.
Okay.
The 17, 18.
66 plus 24. Sure. Yep.
That'll get half to 23, gets resistance from the potion vulnerability that I drink.
Right.
I'm still doing.
Oh wait, she gets 2 HP from that.
Doggone.
Okay. She is going to action surge and oh yeah, attack 4 more times.
4 more times. Ooh. Are these attacks on me too?
Yeah.
1 hit.
Two D.
Because with the shield, my
Plus
AC is 30 until the end.
8 for 16 damage.
16, that'll get half to 8.
And she's going to bonus action, second wind, 1d10 plus 20.
Well, she's a level 25. That explains the power.
Alright, that ends her turn. And it brings us back to Baka.
Dope. Spiritual weapon.
Okay. Nope.
Okay. And I'm going to bring my attack with my warhammer.
Well, 21 hits. 6 damage.
And that will end my turn.
Okay. Who's next? Alright. That brings us back to Mimi's turn. Neither of those will hit. And that doesn't hit either. Okay. Top it around with luck one. Yeah, those will hit. For 20 damage. Okay. Enzu.
Am I fucking with August?
No, you're on the other side of her.
Okay. So I can't get any flanking bonuses.
No.
Bummer. Alright. So it's the 2 attacks, bonus action, flurry of blows, 2 attacks.
Okay. Yeah, those all hit.
Oof. Those ones.
Okay.
Oof.
So she had 20 HP.
Nice.
Okay, hold on. Yo, hold on. Okay, so she's gonna temporarily withstand that and then take a turn and roll 4 attacks against Anzu.
At disadvantage.
It's a 28, a 20, 28.
AC is 23, so.
2
4d6 plus 16.
take 17.
All right, August. Uh, 19 does not hit. $29 does.
If it didn't,
All right, so technically she fails to death saving throws. What the hell just happened?
I have my
Okay, my
one more
freaking
attack.
uh, hold on, I gotta shut down. I don't know, my Discord just went funky.
Welcome back.
You good, I call it?
We hear you blowing into the mic.
We hear you.
Okay. For whatever reason, my Discord like basically crashed, and when I fired it up, it went through an update. So
Ah, I see. Well, I'm making my last attack now. A 31.
it's
Is there a point in me rolling damage?
okay. You hit her, so no.
Nice. Anzu initially got the kill. She got back up, and then I hit her twice. Made her go back down for good.
Okay. All right. So, what do you guys say now?
Loot the bodies.
That, yes. Loot her body. Loot the other two bodies. And I'm gonna
Baka is
chop
going
off her
to-
head and take
Baka
it
is-
with us. Also,
All right.
Baka
So,
wants to specifically check out the cleric.
somebody they ready to take some notes real quick.
One
I'll
second.
type them down and post them into the channel. While Lachlan's also.
Oh shit.
I'll also take the Medusa head and the head of too.
Okay. So, Cavilliah has something called the Sword of Sora Katar. Sora Katra.
So I'm gonna look that up in
Uh,
D&D Beyond,
yeah,
so I can figure out how to spell it.
Hold on. I'll just copy because I'm looking at it right here.
So,
Right channel. Right.
Contra. Alright, whatever that does.
She has a ring of spell turning.
Ring of spell turning.
Mm-hmm.
Okay then.
Studded leather +3.
Got that.
Boots of Elven Guide.
Got that.
All right, and on a um. Okay, so on a sort of a leather cord around her neck hangs an odd looking sort of trinket. It looks like an eyeball. There's a bit of wood, little twigs that sort of surround it.
For that, I wrote down odd eye-like trinket on a lesser cord.
Mm-hmm. Okay. On to. Okay. Ash had a cape of Montbuck. Montbank.
Montbank. Okay.
Yeah. Um, a +2 mace. Uh,
2.
yeah. A adamantine breastplate.
That explains the immunity to crits.
A +1 shield.
Got that.
And a ruby of the war mage.
That's real nice. That's a nice item.
Now, the Medusa actually is carrying a short sword and a longbow.
Short sword and longbow. And that's it on the Medusa.
Yep.
Alright then, so that's full list.
I look to others. Do any of you need any of that?
Baka would want the ruby of the war mage.
August would also, but he'll let Baka have it. Because Baka is the cleric. And his
Dude,
spells
you
are
have
a
so
little
many
bit more.
items on you. You're more like Gilgamesh.
So
Can we make some kind of check on that eye trinket?
Hold on one second.
Alright, look.
Oh, you're watching, huh?
That's what I miss.
Loot.
We're looting. Everyone has first picks. I'll just put whatever is left in the bag of holding.
that katana is nice, but not rock. I could use those boots of Elvenkind actually. Make my decks, my stealth better. Yeah, I could take those. Have advantage on stealth. Instead of always sucking at it like I usually do. Because I'm armor.
Okay. So you're. Alright, what do you want to do with this thing?
Can we behead the Medusa?
Sure.
Yeah, I think August was gonna do that.
Yeah, I
Fighting
took both the head of the Oni and the head of the Medusa. I already cut them off, attached them to my belt for now. They're hanging off of my sides.
You
How
may.
big is the Oni?
Okay, so Onis are, I believe, actually large size. Yeah, they're considered a large giant.
That ring is pretty darn powerful. Holy shit. At first, I just read the first part and saw that's powerful. And then I read the second part, like, that's actually pretty broken.
All right, so you wanna know what the katana does?
Sure do. I would like to.
Right, so it's obviously it's a long curved sword, um, but it's uh, so it has the heavy two-handed and finesse property. Um, all right, so when you make an attack with when you attack an object with this magic sword, right, and hit, maximize your weapon damage dice against the target. And you roll an attack against a creature with this weapon and roll a 20 on the attack roll. The target takes an extra 14 slashing damage. Then roll another d20. If you roll a 20, you lop off one of the target's limbs, with the effect of such loss is determined by the GM. And if the creature has no limb to sever, you lop off a portion of its body instead.
It's times like this I wish I wasn't a monk, or at least not the school, the way I chose. Uh, yeah, out of everything there, the only thing that interests me is the Ring of Spell Turning.
That cape is pretty good too. That's just read the mission door once a day.
Yeah, I'm not interested.
Uh, that's because you could probably get grabbed by one of our allies, like Lachlan and Baka, who have access to it.
Also, I'm fast as fuck, boy.
Yes, you are.
And then still
Oh,
disengage
I'm
as a
not
bonus
so
action.
fat. I like that cape. I could make use of it for teleportation reasons. Luckily, Baka already have access to that. With it, I will not get left behind when they But one of them brings Anzu and the other with. I can teleport you now.
I say give the ring of spell turning either to Baka or Anzu. Let them have that.
Yeah, I agree.
The katana Memi is. Would he be able to use that?
It has the heavy property.
So no, he's more of a finesse kind of guy.
Well, it's still finesse, but it has the heavy two-handed property.
So you don't have a free-handed.
Yeah.
I use a shield, so I don't really use two-handed weapons. That's why I use my spear one-handed. If you want it, it's a good melee weapon for you, Auckland.
I'm personally cool with what I have though right now.
Well, either that or we can give it to our keep watcher.
That's fine
What
with me.
melee weapon do you have?
Double-edged scimitar.
The Lily Scimitar? Isn't that sword better than it? It's also finesse, so you can use your dex instead of strength.
Can at least see when I'm pinged. Thank you. What's up? What the fuck is that? Why
That's
does it
the
have
Oni.
so many arms?
That's the Oni, and we just won the fight.
That'd be the brother.
I die?
Nope.
I disappear? What happened?
You got a couple good hits.
You
in.
tried to attack. You tried to attack. I
You know
think you
what?
hit one
Baka
time
will
out
take
of
the
all
sword.
of your attacks.
What was that, Baka?
Interesting.
Baka will take the sword.
Baka will take the sword.
I've got my cloak. Baka's gonna have a bit of a change. Gonna become an avenging spirit.
Oh, wow. That's a beautiful ring. Spell turning. Wow.
Yeah, that's a very powerful ring. I took the cape of the Montbank and boots of Elven kind.
Yeah.
Well, Mimi, I think you can use that mace though.
Stop giving me weapons I can't actually use.
Does anybody want the studded leather plus 3? Sir?
Baka can't wear leather. Baka can't wear armor.
But you could take
Oh,
the
this
plus
already has
one
good.
shield.
That you could take that.
Oh,
Oh,
I
yeah,
was gonna
well-
find a blacksmith to make my current shield +1.
Why do that and waste the money if we have a +1 shield right here?
Because I have plenty of money and I don't want to lose my advantage on.
All written.
Well, Anzu can't use weapons or wear armor, so I'm just stuck to odds and ends.
You're just
I mean,
here.
you can wear
I
armor.
have
it's
my
just
hands.
your class.
I throw hands. You want to throw hands? If
Can I
not,
make a perception
get
check
the fuck
on
away.
what's around in the room? Anything that sticks out?
There are some like effigies of the Dark Six in the corners.
Can I see if I can find the effigy of the Devourer?
It's there.
Yeah. Baka's gonna go up there and just like a quick silent prayer while everybody else is doing their thing.
How big are these?
They're like statuettes, probably about 2 foot tall.
I look at it and see if I can see any traps.
All right. So what all are you doing?
I wanted to check the statuettes for traps.
I mean, you can.
Alright. I want to make sure this is safe before we do anything bad. Do I see if it's trapped or not? Like any loose wires or something exposed?
There's nothing there.
Well, I'm glad I made sure.
If there's nothing there, Baka's gonna, once he's done, he's gonna take the effigy of the devourer with him. He's just gonna mumble to himself, "They're not worthy. They were never worthy."
I'm gonna grab one of my um oh shit, I forgot what it's called. Lotus flowers. Use Druidcraft to make it bloom into a black lotus and leave it at where the Medusa lays.
Okay. Is anybody doing anything else? I believe I heard someone say they wanted to check out that trinket.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Arcana or history or
Arcana.
Let's take a look at this thing. August, we'll see if he knows shit all about it. He probably does, but he can try. Yep, no.
Alright, Licklin, you get a sense there's something magical about it.
I relay that to everyone else. Maybe we should get this detected or closer looked by someone who has the right magics.
Well, can I have a look at it?
Sure.
Yeah, I'm not the best here. Apparently, Lockley, you got the best Arcana. Aren't you in your 20? I tried.
I have no idea what it is.
Wow.
Somehow, August knows better than Manny and Baka what the hell this and Onzu. Somehow he knows better what it is than them.
I just glance
Those
over
rings
at it,
are
I'm like,
bullshit.
oh, and then I just go back to looking at the ring.
The ring smells funny. I don't actually know if it smells funny. But if it does, it smells funny.
Did the ring come from his trousers? No, I'm kidding.
Oh my god. What if it's a cock
No,
ring?
it came off of his ring, off of her finger.
Her,
I
it,
don't know
what?
where. Hers, the female. It's definitely a female. I don't know where her hands have been. If it smells funny, maybe you should wash it. If we had some water, I could probably do that for you without wasting the water.
Hey, does
I
anybody
can
have
cast shape water and move it around in midair.
does anybody have prestidigitation?
Well, I do. I touch it and clean it.
There we go. Now it doesn't smell funny.
Alright, so what are you guys up to now?
I'm gonna double down on that. It's made of some wooden trinkets, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna use Druidcraft to try to see if anything will sprout from it.
Well, from the little bits of twig that surround the wooden shellac eyeball is some little like leaves spread out.
Interesting. Okay.
Is there anything magical about the statuettes?
No.
Okay. Is there anything I could remember about the statuettes, history-wise?
They're statues of the Dark Six.
What do I remember about the Bark Six?
The
Dark.
I thought you said Bark. My bad.
I think we have information on them. They're pretty much the 6 dark deities of Eberron.
Mm-hmm.
They include the Traveler, the Devourer, and a few others.
Yeah, in Religions of Eberron. There's
I wonder what kind of funky lore I can dig up on them.
Yeah, and the Devourer is Baka's patron, or his god. That's why he did his little prayer and he took the effigy with him.
Well, guys, I sent you something. Did you see it?
Yep,
Mm-hmm.
yep. That's precisely why he picked up the statue and took it.
Okay. So, what's your next move?
I'm gonna try to recall the history. I want to know what its favorite pizza slice was.
A rest of some type?
What do you want to know the history of?
Or should we just continue on? Push forward?
This is literally just a temple. There's just one room, pretty much. We killed who we came here to kill. Now let's go.
What if there are secret
Let's go.
passages?
Well, the Dark Six can consist of the Devourer, who governs destructive power of nature, both pure elemental force and savagery and beasts. The Keeper snatches souls before they can reach dull earth, and hoards them along with his vast wealth. Those driven by greed call him their patron, and his priests often act as criminal fixers. The Fury governs both passion and revenge, rage and despair. She offers revenge to those who have been wronged, but her vengeance often leads to suffering. The Mockery is a patron of treachery and of terror in battle. He guides those who seek victory through guile, both warriors and assassins. He was once the brother of Dol Dorn and Dol Ora, but he was stripped of his skin and his name after betraying them. The Shadow is the dark side of knowledge and ambition. It is said to be Orion's shadow, given malign life to Orion, mastered magic. The shadow is the maker of monsters and the keeper of forbidden secrets. It offers malevolent spells to warlocks and wizards. The traveler asserts the chaos drives evolution and that change makes us stronger. The traveler is a trickster and the giver of dangerous gifts. Some artificers worship the traveler, seeing it as the lord of innovation, but the gifts of the traveler are always unexpected consequences. Okay, so about all of that, there are a few things that stick out. Um, the Devourer, his daughter is the Fury. Technically, he raped his mother, and so his daughter, the Fury, is also his sister. Um, uh, Ash, the uh, cleric you guys just fought was a cleric of the shadow, and legend has it is that the traveler is the one responsible for the gifts that the changelings have.
That got adult faster than I thought it would.
Yeah. Head broad for ya.
So I'm wondering if, because they are so closely related, would the Fury have a birth defect?
Well, her symbol is technically a so usually think of it as it's a woman from basically the hips up, usually with red skin, often picture with her with horns, but she has these giant bat-like wings, and the lower half is like a snake. Let me see if I can give you a picture of it.
I'm not turned on or anything. And my character being female, I just really, really want to talk to this person.
It is.
This person is way too interesting. I've got way too many questions about this person's whole anatomy. Like, how does any of that work together? Like, okay,
This is her
assuming,
symbol.
okay, let's assume that she chased me and tried to headbutt me, but I managed to duck out of the way and she went into a wall. Would she get stuck in the wall?
We're talking about a god who
Yeah.
technically doesn't have a avatar, so
Would her horns still get stuck in the wall if she did?
well, in Eberron, the no one knows if the gods actually exist or not.
Okay,
Where did the stories come
shall we
from?
move on?
So
Okay, if she strained her tail, could I wield her like a staff?
no.
She looks like an axe.
I know.
You think I could commission a blacksmith to make an axe that looks like her?
Probably could, but you would get weird looks for it.
Oh, totally. And then I could just be like, "Beware my fury!"
You might not get weird looks. She is a deity, so depending on who he commissions it from,
Very
wouldn't be a
true.
problem.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, anybody who worships the dark six usually doesn't do it in the open.
Yeah, they're generally not one.
I
Anyway,
like.
so what you guys doing now?
Um, well, we can go back because we basically came down here because she was back and she was gonna cause trouble for us.
Yeah, and our friend here, uh, what was his name again? Me real quick, checked in and
All right. So what are you guys doing exactly?
Well, didn't
We
we get
can't take
requests?
the effigies, can we?
We got two requests, right? One for the egg and one for here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
yeah.
Let's go do the egg
Let's go handle
request
this
now.
quest. Let's hand in this one first. And that's why I grabbed the head of the Oni to prove that she is dead.
So we head back.
Died.
Oh, okay. You know, see siding. Okay. So you guys head back to. Are you covering the Medusa's head?
Yeah, I'm gonna cover it.
I would hope so. I would hope so.
Or else everybody we walk past gets turned to stone.
They look and go, oh.
It's literally a weapon now. That's why I took it.
Hmm.
All right.
So even though its head's been removed, can it still be used as a weapon?
Yeah.
Interesting.
I would like to freaking place the Medusa's eyes on my shield.
That would be cool. Can we do that? DM?
I'm not sure that would work. I think the snakes are neat too.
Yeah.
No, it's usually her gaze that petrifies, not the snakes. The snakes just call attention to her face.
I guess.
That's a point.
Wait, are the snakes venomous?
Yes.
Yeah.
We harvest the venom?
Absolutely.
Go ahead. Just
Anybody got the ability?
while you look at it.
Clint?
Yeah. I'll harvest each snake head until it's dry.
All right. You need info on their.
Yes, yes.
Yeah, for these ones, unless it's the standard 2d6.
Yes, yes. Milk those
Yeah, I'll make
snakes
sure
for
you
all their
close their
venom.
eyes too while they're doing that, so they don't get turned to stone.
Can
All right.
can
So
we turn the
their
snakes into weapons?
so their poison actually does 4d6 damage.
Ooh.
Nice.
After milking the snakes, can we see if we can't take them to a blacksmith or an alchemist to have them turned into a dagger of venom? I mean, they are magical snakes.
Well, you do have two options. You can go to either a house Kenneth or back to the keep and see if your hobgoblin blacksmith can do something about it.
I just want to see if our blacksmith boy can turn this snake into a dagger of venom?
And
Sure, we can do that in a bit.
Sweet.
After we turn her in, we can see what we can work up before we head to the forest or whatever.
Hmm. And because you have proficiency with the tool, you'll add your proficiency modifier. Better you than me, who doesn't have such a thing.
Nice.
Not bad. Could have had up to 20, but ended up with 6. Still not bad.
Hey, that's a lot of poison damage right there.
Yeah,
I thought it was
4d6 times 6.
4d6.
Yeah, 6 vials of poison that do 46 damage
Oh,
on
okay.
DC 14.
Nice.
It could very much hurt. A lot.
And if our blacksmith friend can convert these magical snakes from this woman into a dagger of venom, we are going to be rolling in poison. Because I want that dagger.
Alright, what you just do?
I want those eyes for my shield.
You can have the shield. I want the snakes.
Wait, do we need both eyes at the same time to have someone turn to stone? Or is
Yeah, it's a
only
full
one
gaze.
eye needed?
Pretty sure it's a
Well,
full gaze.
If you're gonna have the eyes be a part of your shield, you better have a button you can press to open them.
Yeah, that's why I want to see what
Yeah,
I
because
can.
if you're because if you're just gonna have the eyes open all the time, a lot of people are gonna get stoned.
I wouldn't do that. I mean, not that my
the way you put that sounds like they would smoke weed.
I said it that way on purpose.
Baby, it's time to go to sleep. Yeah, I'm glad you like it, but it's time to sleep. It's late.
Okay, so let's turn this in and see if we could keep the head of the Medusa, and then we could go back home, since that might be the only place to get all this custom made.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, we could probably do it here in Sharn, it's a really big city, too. But,
Well, we have
Rogue would have
Anzu. Anzu makes stuff.
Yes, I can.
Yeah, he can make
Okay, so let's go turn this in, and then we commission Anzu to make all of our stuff. Well, all of your guys' stuff. Well, actually, I have a request for him too.
gotta put Anzu to work much. Well, let's stop by Sidon's place first to tell him the good news.
Okay, so you guys return to the Little Plains and reach Sidon's place. You knock on the door. The Sidon's attendant answers, seeing all of you, opens the door, and gestures you to enter.
August
been
will
here.
enter.
We have come here for a reason. August, I forgot the reason. What was the reason?
Sidon is the one who asked us to go kill this lady.
Ah, thank you. I have short memory. My memory is shorter than my body, unfortunately.
Okay. Let's see.
One could say I'm not as sharp as the daggers I wield.
Dagger, I see a short sword.
I honestly mistook my short sword for a dagger. That is also unfortunate. So yes, we have killed who you need us to kill, it seems. And we are here to turn in that quest.
So, Sidon looks up from his revelry, and as he sees the group enter and as you greet him, jumps up. Hi, welcome. So, I see here you bring me news of the death, Cavilliah.
Yes, August will untie the head from his belt and show Sidon the head.
Grim sight that. But that's a thorn out of my side.
Can we keep the head?
No, I don't want to hold on to this. I just brought it as proof.
No, I'm asking him, hey, I like to get some head action. Can we keep this head for later?
Aye, you can keep it. Huh?
Thank you. I've got plans with this head that will be very beneficial. And make me very happy.
Yep. As of anything, I get better something. So, he says, stay here a moment. And he walks to the back of the room and through the door that uh that's behind his chair. And he's gone for several moments and then returns with a few things in a pack.
Can I see what those things are with the perception check?
Just giving them to you.
That would be a waste of a perception check. Fair enough.
I pull Memmy back by the collar. Heal.
Alright. So
Yeah, I'm getting head later, so I mean I'm getting head action later. I work in the back.
anyway. So this is really a reward. But for that one, I'll also offer you a favor. So what he hands you is a bag. Inside is a pouch containing 5,000 platinum. Um, there
Nice.
is a potion of storm giant strength.
Oh Jesus.
Oh yes, that's replacing this potion I just used.
There is 5 potions of supreme healing.
August,
For each of us.
please don't abuse the steroids.
There is 3 arrows of slaying.
Oh shit, what kind?
Those are arrows.
tell you what. We'll make them fiends.
Okay. Yeah, because there's way too many different types of arrows of slaying.
And let's see. There is. Let's see. 2 potions of invisibility.
I'll want to yoink those.
Hmm. One more.
Guys, I just realized I still don't have a bow.
Okay.
Oh, well.
Well, we
And
got a longbow.
there is a parapet of wound culture.
A parapet of what culture?
Very apt wound closure.
Wound culture.
That saves you on deck saves. If you are down, you just stabilize automatically at the start of your turn.
Okay, given how many times I've been punched to the ground, I kinda like that.
And is that the last item? The periaptic wound closure.
Yes.
Alright then. Unless I'm taking that storm giant potion, I can split the platinum and potions of healing.
Okay, I'm curious about what this parapet of wound closure looks like. It does.
It's a stabilizing tool, basically.
Yeah, do I have to... Oh, okay. It requires attunement and you have to wear it. Gotcha. Okay, who is the most likely to get punched in the face?
You.
Anzu.
Oh,
Or me. Or me.
I mean, it's a real toss-up
down the
here.
front line.
All right. So Sidon's gonna speak up again. It says, "I can't thank you enough for what you've done, but wherever you be, I'll let it be known you'll find sanctuary with any halfling on the continent, and especially anything I own."
I bow. Tell him thank you. Pull out a lotus flower again, or a lotus bulb, and make it balloon using to craft and place it on his desk. And we're forever in your debt.
He regards it for a moment. Says, I'll make sure to take care of it."
Also, thank you for the head.
I slap Memmy on the back of the head.
Haha, that's the right stuff. I actually had to look it up because I was like, oh, it stabilizes you, and it was followed by potions. So in my head, it was a potion, not a thing you wear. But it does require attunement, so who's got an empty slot? Who's most likely to die?
I don't have an empty slot. I have my golden pill, giant strength, gun here, and a Myron spell story.
Hmm.
It's probably near Anzu who's more likely to die, but out of the two of them, I get low on HP a lot.
I don't need that.
Enzi, do you have an open slot?
Nope, I'm getting rid of something for my ring.
Okay. August, you get low. There might be a chance that you will eventually need it.
Yeah. Wait. Oh, you know what? I'll hold on to it for now. Not attend to it just yet. Yes. Because I
I'm
like
just
my
making sure that you guys have a chance to get it before I go and monopolize the hell out of it. Because if I get it, I know 100%. I am just going to, abuse the fuck out of it.
What, the periactive
do
room
you
closing?
Yeah,
gloom closure?
yeah, scout even harder. And if I go down, at least you guys will be like, "Oh yeah, no, he's fine."
I mean, just so take it then if you're
You
gonna
could
use it.
still. I'm not in need of to use it, so yeah, you could.
All right, so you guys head back home, or
Well, I
Um,
think we should rest first and then get on
yeah, is
back to
there
it.
someone that we can see about fashioning these
These items that we want.
specialized items?
um, if you need to, um, you can visit a house Kenneth. Um, House Kenneth Enclave.
We're all beat up. Are we sure we want to go in this condition?
I mean, okay, how messed up am I? What did I even take damage?
Well, I mean, me and Anzu are.
Would you
I only,
like a potion?
I only took 1 HP of damage, so I'm fine.
Well, I messed up.
Yeah, we're just going to
Okay,
talk to somebody. We're not fighting anyone.
would you like to drink like one of my supreme healing potions? Sort
You,
of,
you,
or my thing.
did you added all of them to your inventory?
But no, I thought we were still divvying out. Should I? Should I add these 5 potions of supreme healing to
No,
my inventory?
we each get one. We each get one.
Okay.
I have some greater healing potions. I'll just drink a few of those.
If you
I'll
really
drink.
need to, but you can just.
We don't need to. We're just going to talk to somebody to commission some stuff before we rest. I don't really see it. And you still have the temporary hit points that I gave you. So I think
I have
drinking
12 of them left. And I have 27 HP on my normal HP.
Am I taking both potions of invisibility?
Does anybody else want one?
uh Baka will take one.
Alright. We each get 1k in platinum.
Yep. 1K PP.
Oh, you know what? I never realized that as a woman, my PP could be so big.
Oh, don't worry. I have 8k PP.
Who was getting the arrows of fiend slaying?
Lachlan.
That's Lachlan. Definitely.
Okay. And
Let's do
parapath
that.
of wound closure.
That's you.
You can have that.
Fucking has. Fucking has.
That's, you can
Okay,
have
guys,
some.
I'm just gonna disappear and scout the entire world. I have it all mapped out. And when you find me, I'll be in critical condition. If you see the parapap healing me.
And that will be of no surprise.
It would surprise me.
It will surprise literally no one.
She's down again.
August might just whack you a few times to make it keep healing you.
You know what's funny about this? There's literally a song about this. I get knocked down, but I get up again. 'Cause nothing's gonna keep me down. Yeah. I swear, if the Parrot Pack could sing that song every time I get knocked down, like, I would laugh.
Well, you wouldn't laugh, you would be unconscious.
Good point. I'd be knocked out. I'd be knocked the hell out. You okay? Yeah. What did you learn? The thing has a big fist. And? Is it strong? Well, its fisting power is amazing. Need help getting up? No. So,
Whenever you say something has a big fist, August has to be like, I have a bigger one.
hey, your PP is also bigger than mine, I'm sure.
No shit, Sherlock.
I don't know.
So, my question is, what's the limit on the Parapact?
No limit. If you are dying and your turn starts, you stabilize.
Yeah,
It just happens.
but this just keep you alive no matter what, then?
Unless
no.
you
No.
get stabbed twice.
It basically
Before your
just
turn
stops
comes
you from
around.
having to. Yeah, it basically just stops you from having to make death saving throws. That's it.
You're still unconscious and you can still get hit twice and die.
I think this should be free time, and then we go do the egg, because if I can get my hands on that dagger of venom, using the snakes, and, I wanted the eyes of this creature to get on their shield.
Well, that's what we're trying to do right now. Trying to go
Yeah.
find somebody to get that done.
We should probably go to Roach doing that. It will be easier. Roach
And
a bigger city.
got proficiency in woodcarver's tools. I wonder if I can fashion myself my own darts.
You could probably carve them, but they wouldn't be very pretty.
They don't have to be good, they just have to look real. Wait. What stops me from making my own bow and arrows?
The fact you don't know how?
I have proficiency in wood carving tools. The bow and arrow is completely wooden.
The string is not wood,
Okay,
and
that's fair, but you don't need the fletching, and the tip doesn't have to be made of metal or flint. It just has to be a sharp stick.
I mean, if the DM says you know how to make it, then you can make it.
True. I mean, I've seen bows. I have proficiency with bows.
we literally just picked up a longbow. August hands it to you.
Oh, thanks. Enough.
There, you have a bow. Now you can shut up a bow.
I just need arrows. Make my own
There's a
arrows.
shop right over there.
I will buy myself some arrows. It's just my darts are so weak, you know? Alright, I'm gonna buy myself some arrows.
I guess we're shopping now.
Might as well.
Alright, you can get a pack of 20 for like a silver piece or something.
0.05 GP. Oh my god.
I don't track ammo, so
Oh, cool.
I'm gonna go buy myself another potion of speed and a potion of vulnerability to replace the ones I just used.
All right,
Let's see.
500 gold piece apiece.
How much a piece for your two
500.
potions?
500.
You are cutting out bad, but I think I heard 500. Alright, 500 GP a piece? Gotcha. That's nothing.
What ring?
I'm gonna use this time to change what I have attuned.
After buying my potions, I'm gonna go find an inn and sleep.
I wanna find a blacksmith to get this taken care of, or at least get some advice on how to go about getting it done.
All right.
Oh, okay.
So what am I doing?
You're making a saint out of them.
So the queen we killed way back when, of Dask or some place, I forgot where. Remember, I pushed the signet of the queen into the wax molding.
Mm-hmm.
So we have a copy of it. I'm gonna have Anzu make a ring, so I could just wear it and press it whenever I want to into whatever envelope we need.
Oh, okay. Is there anything I need to do that? To do that, money, time?
I give 10 plat to you. Make it out of platinum. Make it a ring.
And how long will this take me?
DM.
Coma?
It shouldn't take you more than a few hours.
Okay. I begin working on it. Do I need to make any checks or anything?
Hmm. No, that's fine.
So I take a couple hours to make the ring.
All right. So what else are you doing?
Do we find a blacksmith to ask about my shield eyes?
You could go do that. That August already got what he wanted to shop for, and now he is gone to go find somewhere to rest. because he's hurt.
Okay, yeah, you can easily find a Alice Kenneth. Um, uh, Enclave. Um, you'll okay. How much is a silver dagger? Oh, yeah. All right, if you can provide him with, I'm gonna say 400 gold pieces, it can be ready for you in the morning.
And is there anybody nearby that we can see if they can turn these snakes into a weapon?
Snakes?
Yeah, from the Medusa head.
I
We
mean,
already had harvested the poison, but I'm wondering if we could turn these snakes into a magical weapon.
uh, not by themselves, no. I mean, they're, you can combine their venom into the dagger venom, but
Would you guys like? Would you like to do that? An unlimited source of venom.
If you want to dagger venom, do it.
Okay. And then I'll just replace your vials after the venom thing is done. How much is this gonna cost me? And how much time?
all right. So you'll need to provide a silver dagger and the vial of venom.
Okay. Just one vial?
Yeah.
Alright. I'm gonna go get I'm gonna go buy me a silver dagger then.
And what I can do about the shield.
The shield is actually gonna take a couple of days for you to make. For them to make. So, um,
I'll leave them my Sentinel shield so
mhm.
they can just add it to that because it already has an eye painted on there. So I'll let them use that as the base,
Mhm.
and I'll pay for delivery to be sent back to the key.
All right. Make it
Alright.
700 gold.
So
Lachlan, can I get a vial of poison, please? I promise I'll return to you more than a vial of poison once I'm done.
Uh,
And I went ahead and bought the silver dagger. I assume it was 2 gold pieces.
oh, okay, yeah.
Alright.
And fee would be like 300 gold.
Alright, it'll cost 300 more gold. That's fine.
All right, everybody good with this?
Yep.
Yes.
All right, so you guys go and find a golden dragon inn and get yourself a long rest.
How long is it gonna take for the dagger of venom?
Oh, it's only it's about a day's work.
Hmm?
It's only like a day's work.
Okay.
I mean, I'm just gonna drink real quick. It's a totally different temperature in here.
So I assume after our long rests, we will get our items.
Okay. Yeah.
Alright.
Blanco, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay. Everybody else knows how their stuff works. The way your shield's gonna work is, it's a DC 14.
Okay.
See?
And what you'll find on the surface of the shield is you see two like hemispherical uh, flaps just above the eye symbol um, on the shield itself. As you flip it around, you notice that there's like the way you hold the shield. There's like a leather strap on one side, and then there's the handle that you hold on another. And on top of the handle, there's a small button, and it leads to the mechanical work that goes to behind to where the eyes are set. They made it in a way so that you it doesn't obstruct the way you hold the shield. So you just need to press the button. You're gonna have to use basically a standard action.
Okay.
And it's as long as it's within 30 feet.
Hello?
Yeah.
You cut out. I just heard as long as it's within 30 feet.
Yeah.
It cut off.
As long as they can see it within 30 feet. I believe it's at the start of their turn.
Can you send me that in the DM because your voice keeps cutting out?
It's a con save? Hold on. Let me just copy this real quick. Because it's going to say it there. This is really what you want. This is what we really want to do.
Badass shield.
Badass shield, badass dagger. Man, we're doing great.
I got a badass spear.
I got a badass sword and gauntlets. Somehow I've got named items. They're legendary.
I
Does
have a
anyone
legendary
else,
spear.
does anyone else have proficiency with swords?
August has proficiency with all weapons.
Do you want to take this sword of answering off my hands?
I use my spear, so not really.
You can just give that to the bugbear that guards the keep.
Okay, because I asked the sword some questions and I didn't like the responses.
Ooh.
Yeah, it does that.
It answers. That's literally what it does.
I asked it what I should eat tonight, and it said food. I am not happy.
Yeah.
Well, it's not wrong. It's not wrong.
I asked it what I should do today. It said live. Thank you, sword. Thank you for that.
Or you can just give it to the bugbear at the keep.
When it says die, that's when you worry.
Yeah. I asked
You
it
should
to
just
pick a
die
number
until you do
between.
better.
I asked it to pick a number between 1 and 10, it gave me a number as an answer. Not just any number, just the words a number.
Okay, so what are you guys gonna do now?
I'm gonna ask my sort of answering why it's such a dick. Ah, crap! It literally just said because it's hard.
I guess we go to take care of the egg stuff.
Yeah,
We just stop by the keeper. You could drop off that sword to the bugbear. Goron can have the sword.
yes. He can deal with the sort of answering. I'm gonna just drop this off.
And are we gonna bring the egg with us or no?
No, we are not bringing the egg with us. We are bringing the fake egg with us.
Yeah.
Alright.
Yes.
Who's gonna carry the fake egg? It's big.
I've had it this whole time.
Where are you keeping that, sir?
Bag of
RPG
holding?
inventory mode.
Here. Could I see that fake egg real quick?
No, you're gonna do something dumb.
I mean, at this point, it should be expected.
It
I
is,
just want you
yeah.
to be pregnant.
Somehow your intelligence is better than mine.
What is my intelligence at?
You have a
Oh, it's
plus
11.
3. No, it's a +1.
Yeah. It's not
I
even
have
a
a plus
+1,
0.
it's a +0. But
Oh.
it's 11.
It's an 11, mine is a 10.
I am just slightly smarter than you. Only slightly.
Yeah, you do more dumb things.
I do the dumb things even though I have high wisdom. It is
I
wise
don't
to
have high wisdom.
my wise decision of cracking jokes and being dumb is to keep the oh my god, what is it called? IRL me has bad memory. The thing where you keep the army happy so they fight better.
Morale.
The wisdom in me is telling me to keep the morale high by being an idiot.
So we're having this conversation on the way to the keep.
Yeah.
Yeah, totally.
Yep.
No regretty.
That's right.
Okay,
No regretty my spaghetti go cold.
Unless
so
there's a straight class again.
I'm dropping the sword off at the keep.
Among other things.
okay, so what you guys gonna do?
I'm going to crack even more jokes. And then I no longer have the sort of answering giving me bad answers.
How far is it to the forest thing?
You've got to make it to the Blackcap Mountains. Which
Okay,
exit
do we
from
have
the
like
road.
specific on where to meet them?
Yeah, there's a
Or
map.
that will find you.
All right, so the map indicates that if you were to travel, there's a couple of ways you can get there. Um, one of them is a path that leads up from the Black Pit, and another leads from Craig War.
Mhm.
Now, you can take the right rail up to past the Sword Keep, past Fort Light, and down to Gregor, and you can go from there or travel down to the Black Pit and further from there.
Hmm.
I think we'll take the path of least resistance.
Yes, but before we go marching up, could I scout ahead first?
You can do that.
I
Well,
shall.
the journey itself to it's 550 miles.
24 on myself.
So it's gonna cost you like 225 gold pieces,
Hmm.
and close to 10 hours of travel to make it to marketplace.
Hmm.
All right.
I'll scout ahead, make sure everything's kosher, and then return with information. I mean, who's gonna catch me with a 24 in stealth?
So uh, you're probably going to want to actually rest in marketplace before heading to Cragor.
Hmm.
Cragor.
Yeah, it's a smart idea. We shall rest
Okay.
and then resume our journey in
Yeah.
the morning.
Sounds good.
Within that time of resting, I'm gonna open the book the queen gave me.
Its pages are blank.
I don't know. Look at me.
Baka is going to move while everybody's resting before he goes down for the night. He's gonna go off by himself for a little bit and just commune with the effigy. And it's something that he normally does on his own, but he never really. Like, he had his own home, like little whittled carving of the Devourer, but now that he has the one from the keep or whatever, that's what he's using.
Okay.
And he does that away from everybody.
I'm just gonna look at all the items I have and pick out the ones that I think will be most important for the journey going forward. Because I have so much stuff that requires attunement, and I'm just like, okay, these battles are really hard. I know I'm holding the group back, Every time they have to turn around and pick me up, every time I can't scout ahead, it's just me holding the entire group back. So I'm going to tune to the Therapact of Wound Closure so that they know, like, you guys don't have to worry about me. If I go down, it's fine. Just keep fighting at full strength. Plus, I'm also attuning to the Gauntlets of Entropy in case I can suck up some life, and Cloak of Elven Kind because I'm tired of, like I'm supposed to be stealthy, for not being a rogue.
You're a monk who acts like a rogue.
Yeah, I even have daggers too. I need to figure out. I know how to get proficiency in thieves' tools, but eventually, because I'm playing as a scout, even though I'm supposed to be like, oh no, you're supposed to be in the middle of combat. You're supposed to manipulate the distance and positions of everyone around you for the most optimal effect. I'm just like, yeah, no, I sneak ahead, I stun some people, I get out of there before they realize I'm there, and then, yeah, I inform all of you guys. So my
So
favorite item is the Cloak of Elven Kind.
sorcerers are supposed to be backline casters, and here I am, fighting with a spear in the front line, and wearing armor and using a shield. The power of multi-classing.
Mm-hmm. Well, I don't start multi-classing until next level. Or if I don't start multi-classing, I start maxing stats.
Can you bring the box up? It's too.
Nope.
So, imagine you guys are trying to find a place to bed down.
Yeah, sure. I suppose.
All right. So, as you guys do that, you settle for the night. You start to hear pitter patter of rain move. And you arise the next morning.
Is it still raining?
No.
Alright, so I said I was going to scout ahead, so I'm going to take that 24 and scout ahead.
I'm gonna scout ahead too. Might as well. What
Do
kind
you
of?
have a
I'm a scout.
Okay, cool.
I'm gonna
If need
scout
be,
behind. Make sure no
What
one.
kind of terrain?
Well, it's at least 50 miles to Craigward. Craigwar.
I'm going to stealth the entire time. Screw it. They'll never see us coming. I hope.
Oh, we still have space. It's fine. I'm just gonna chill on back and talk to Rock.
Okay. So it's quite late in the evening when you arrive at Craigwar. Uh, this is much like a largely fortified city. with a high and dark stone wall um, surrounding the city. Regardless of that, the gates are open.
Does anything look suspicious as we come up there?
The guards are a bit sleepy, but no.
Okay.
Lachlan. I'm gonna whisper this to Lachlan. Lachlan, do you think we could sneak past those guards without getting seen?
You do that.
Or do you think we should pop these balls of invisibility and just walk right on past them? Or do you think we should cause a diversion or something to have them investigate and then silently kill them?
We don't want to cause any issue. We just want to walk in there without no fighting. So let's just keep on walking.
I see. So, are you guys gonna rest here for the night or push on?
We were invited, weren't we?
Not to this particular city, but it's not that you can't enter.
I don't know that I'm with you guys, so I'm half tempted to just walk up and say, "Hail there," and see their response.
Is it gated, walled, or?
Yeah, there's a wall and there's a gate.
And there's posts on the like sniper post up on the thing.
As you look up at the parapets, you see a few figures doing their rounds along the edges of the wall itself. Yes, you'll see the crenellations and everything.
Is there any vegetation around, like tall trees?
Uh, there is a forest a few miles back, but no.
So no. Okay. I'll look to the other group. What do you want to do? Camp here outside or go inside and hopefully not cause a ruckus?
Well,
Whatever.
I'm cool either way.
I mean, we can go inside. I don't think they're enemies.
Now the map is indicating you need to enter the Blackcap Mountains near the kind of like southwest side of Craigor.
Okay, so do we have to go through the city or can we go around it? And how long will it take to go?
You can do either. I mean, it would technically be shorter to go through the city.
So let's camp inside so we can go through the city and be on our way. As long as we keep to ourselves, we shouldn't draw too much attention.
Sounds good.
Sounds good to me.
Baka, you lead.
Okay, so
I will lead.
you guys find an interesting.
I don't know what that sound was, that big bang, but that was curious.
Baka kicking open the gate.
That's exactly what it was.
So you guys awake in the morning, and you prepare to leave the inn, and you go downstairs. Suppose you guys are gonna catch a meal before you leave.
Yes.
Yep.
Yes.
I'll be standing by the door while they eat, just waiting.
So down here in the common room, there's a few people in see like helmets, and there's little domed reflective surfaces uh, on their helms, and they wear some very thick clothing, almost like some leather like aprons of sorts.
Do
And
I recognize their armor closing?
well, it's not
Would I
necessarily
have,
armor.
would I have heard of them before?
Uh, so tell you what, give me an insight check.
How about everyone?
You can if you like.
Something doesn't smell right. Vodka, amazing.
Well, okay, so for everybody but August, these are minors. In fact, as you
So
look close, you see like little packs with sometimes with the like pickaxes sticking out of them and stuff.
I walk up to one and ask, "What kind of ores favors around here?"
Hey, phew. Wow, hey, I haven't seen an elf around here in many years.
I'm just gonna walk up next to him and go, "What about two elves?"
Whoa, oh, well, oh, what good day to you. Uh,
If we had a third elf, I wish they could walk up and go, "What about three elves?"
August walks up and like, well, no, 2 elves and a half.
Yes.
2.5 elves.
No, I'm an elf because I couldn't be a tabaxi.
yeah, Tabaxi don't exist
They
in.
exist in Eberron.
Yeah.
2 elves.
Um, he says, "Oh, so you were asking about the ore, right?
Yeah.
Well, the mine's the southwest of here. It's known for their mithril.
Misrule. Interest.
Are these mines privatized, or could anyone retrieve?
I'm gonna say these are most likely owned by House Ganeth.
So we have 2.5 elves. This is clearly a ripoff of 2.5 Men. This was not on purpose either, which is great. So can anybody just mine here, or is this place privatized?
Just ask that.
Yeah, I'm just asking again for Akuma's answer.
Probably owned by House Ganeth.
Is
House
there anything we
Ganondorf,
should
what?
watch out for?
Yeah. So the mines are owned by House Kenneth.
Is there anything we have to watch out for going that way?
Not that I would really say. The house likes to make sure everything's clear.
That's no fun. Okay. Sorry for bugging you. And I go back to the table, order a bottle of wine.
Okay. Well, what kind of bottle of wine would you like? Chinese? Well,
Same.
the
Fine.
so the finest wine they have, because basically not too far away is they have good berry wine.
Wonder what you guys would do if I had proficiency in brewer's tools.
Not hire you to brew anything because
Yeah.
you are very bright.
Ouch.
So how much would this one cost?
Now that'll be 10 gold pieces.
I'll buy 3.
Okay.
You're buying 3. I'll buy 5.
Well,
And then
seems like you're gonna
I-
buy me out.
I give them 100 gold. I think, if that's right.
It's 10 gold.
Yeah, I tip. We have enough money to tip.
Oh, you're tipping something. I'll give them 120 then. And also gold.
Alright, well, thank you very much. You guys must be some high and mighty adventurers. Throw around so much gold.
I'm just gonna quickly flash him the inside of my
The inside of your what?
my coin pouch. I'm just gonna flash it to him, show him all the platinum, and then close it again. I'll show.
I
it to
grab
him
my
as soon as I
bottles and
get-
just walk away, shaking my head.
What's your cheapest at brew? Because unlike those guys, I'm not made of money.
Alright, well, I can get you a mug of ale for about a copper piece.
I'll take it.
Baka's gonna go up to the counter.
Mm-hmm.
Just
Yeah, I didn't understand any of that.
he's gonna ask for rum.
For rum?
Yeah.
Okay. Get one for like a gold piece.
Oh, gonna ask for 2 and give him 3 gold pieces, and just go walk away and just sit down wherever the party is.
Wow, French autocorrect. I didn't even know autocorrect had existed outside of the country.
Uh, I'm Canadian. French is our second language. It's a national language here. Je peux parler français. Bilingual.
Okay, so back to the table. We have our drinks. What are we planning for the next day?
I was just gonna drink and walk.
I'm just gonna drink my ale. Oh my god, Anzu, really? Anzu, you're not gonna do a stealth check before you do that? Jesus Christ.
I'm just checking to see what you guys are drinking.
Wine. I got 5 wine. That's some. I have 5 bottles.
I don't drink. Thank you, though.
It's not like it's gonna affect your award finish.
All right. So, what are you guys doing now?
Moving on, or wait, we're gonna sleep. No, we woke up. Yeah, moving on.
All right. So, you guys managed to get your meal before leaving. As you exit the inn, and you see uh, several people dressed in the same garb as miners that you've seen in the lobby of the inn, and they're moving through town. Is you gonna follow them, or
Yep.
How high are the
They
roofs?
look suspicious.
If there's a suspicious, I'm following.
why are they suspicious?
Because you mentioned them.
Well, I asked if they were suspicious or they looked weird.
So, you guys just spoke to a miner who says a bunch of miners work in a mine that's nearby. You could assume they're changing shifts.
Oh, then there's no reason to follow them.
Yeah.
I'll jog up to them and ask them where they're heading.
Alright, well, we gotta go to work.
You wouldn't by chance happen to work in the mines, now would you?
Aye, that's where we're going.
How is it working in there?
Well, it's good work, good pay.
Is it dangerous?
Well, as dangerous as any mine can be.
Where you guys want to go check out this mine, or want to continue heading on our journey?
I mean, I'd like to check out the miners, but we don't have enough time for that.
Let's continue on to our destination.
Blackout, you were going to say something?
Yeah, that's what do they mine?
Adamantium.
Mithril. Oh. Mithril or adamantium?
Hold on. I'll check. Make sure.
It was Mithril.
Yeah, mithril. Yeah, mithril.
How far might this mine be, if I may ask?
Oh, it's just about an hour's walk from here. Southwest.
Into the DM, or is it in the same direction that we'd be heading anyway?
Yep.
Okay.
Well,
And
might as well
then
check
with
out
that-
the way.
With that said, I will suggest that we might as well check out the mine on our way to our destination.
That
And then
sounds
I'll-
good.
And then I'll ask the miners if they don't mind if we tag along just to go take a look at it.
He shrugs his shoulders and says, "That's a free roll. Just make sure you check with the foreman if you're gonna go inside."
I'll give him a nod, and then I'll go back to the party.
Alright, so you guys head out of the southwest gate in about an hour's time following the miners. You arrive at the entrance to the mines. It's a very large opening, and you can see a pair of like tracks that lead down the center of it, and carts that have been pulled up that are full of the mithril ore. There's some guys that are unloading those carts and putting them into other like horse-drawn carts.
Okay.
You can see there's lots of miners gathered around. Some are talking and conversing.
Lonzo, how far away are we from our destination on the map?
I'm not keeping track of that. I'm just along for the journey. All I know is that it's in the same direction as we're going, so we're about an hour and a half closer to our destination.
So, the map indicates that somewhere nearby is a path that leads up the mountain.
I think we should go ask the foreman about where this pass is.
Yeah, maybe he'll know that spot, and he can give us some information on it. Because it's our first time there. Maybe we have a better understanding of what we're walking into.
Okay, so
Anyone want to do anything while we're here?
Yeah,
no.
let's talk to the foreman.
Yeah.
Or should we?
That was it. Just talk to the foreman, see if we can get some information on the spot where we're supposed to be meeting.
Yeah. Show him our map, see if he knows where we're headed.
okay, so you approach the foreman. All right, so he looks at the group. Says, "Well, what's a group of adventurers doing around here?"
Well, this mine happens to be along the way to our destination. We thought you might be able to help us figure out exactly which way we go from here.
I woke up. Also, do you have any issues in the mine that you might want us to take care of?
He shakes his head. No, there's nothing going around here. And as you're showing them that, he looks at it and goes, "Hey, what's this? Never seen this before."
What's he referring to?
The map.
Hmm.
You never seen the map of the world? Or the known places of here?
What he's referring to is that you have it's not a map of the world. It's just a map of the local area and how it indicates a trail that's just southwest of here and it leads to some building. He's unaware of this knowledge.
Is
You've never seen this place before? That's odd. It's right nearby.
I'm gonna ask him, has he ever left the mines?
Man's got to go home sometime.
Hmm.
Well, anyways, could you point us out on this map here, our exact position right now, so that we know which way we want to go?
All right. So if you're looking at Craig War on the map, you
I
head
heard you, but I didn't.
due
Really?
southwest, kind of like where the C and the R are in Craig War.
Yep.
That's where the mine is.
All right.
He says, "Well, if you follow the road there a little bit and head just south, you might find what you're looking for."
So it is to this house. Right. Thank you.
So, and as you guys turn around, you hear he turns away and looks at the group of miners assembled. "All right, you lots, let's get to work." And he sets about giving them instructions for the day.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so you guys head south along the road a little bit and give me a perception check.
I rolled well.
Great. Anybody who rolled a 20 or above, um, as you're walking along the road, you notice there's a sort of a large stone and a bit of like a large tree and some bits of shrub, but just in this little area, you see some like almost like footsteps that lead up to a small ledge about 20 feet up
I go check out the tree.
I'm gonna see if there's any other way up to the ledge besides flight or jumping that high.
Well, there are what looks like almost like footsteps, like almost like a staircase that leads up, but it's made to look more like natural.
Hey,
I see.
guys, this looks familiar.
August
Considering
is
I'm a
gonna
wood elf.
walk up the staircase to the ledge.
Isn't my race of elves supposed to be like our houses are made of natural stuff?
Yeah, normally. All right. So what do you guys do?
I
I'm gonna
follow Enzo.
climb the staircase to get up onto the ledge.
All right. So you ascend the ledge, and here comes it's about a 10-foot wide path that leads further up into the mountains in a westerly in a direction of the west.
I'll look back to the party and I call to them. Looks like this is the way we want to go.
I'll start heading over in that direction.
Can I keep my eyes peeled the whole time?
Yep. All right. What's your passive perception?
I'm keeping an eye out.
Enzo will see this, but what's yours, Cavilliah?
16 only.
16 only.
Mine is 18.
My passive is 23.
Oh no, you'd see it. Anybody with 15 and above, what you'll notice is there are a couple of like stones that, as you begin to walk along, there are some stones that stand up, like almost like little stone columns, but they're rough, like natural rock, and in the top there are little carved depictions of dragons.
This place has some type of connection to dragons.
I already hit arrow, just in case. And I walk forward like that.
Seeing Lachlan ready to get her bow and arrow, August will pull out his shield and spear and also advance at the ready.
I'm just gonna disappear. Or
You
try.
don't beat my passive perception. I still see you.
Oh yeah, you totally see me. I can see myself. Oh shit.
Well, that's a thing.
Is that perception? Oh shit.
Also, it disappears completely. He's just gone.
Would this be natural terrain?
I would assume.
Yeah.
And also I'm wearing my cloak, which makes me partially obscured anyway.
I'm gonna cast Pass Without a Trace on everyone.
Oh god.
With that, I'll start stealthing. That's an 18.
Okay. All right.
So that'd be a 32 with the
Mhm.
natural terrain.
Mhm.
That's 27 with the. Oh my god.
Okay. So
Baka's gonna pull out his katana as he starts to follow the party.
all right. So as you pass along, and as the day um, starts to wane into the afternoon, you come upon a particular section of the path. And as you do so, you, from a ledge above you, drops this guy. And
Wrong chat.
4 of his friends.
I coma. Wrong chat.
Oh, sorry. Oh. 4 of his friends.
Yeah, the kids definitely shouldn't have been up late. They'll be up. Yeah. So you turn off. You can close the door. Good night.
The fiery cat. Okay.
Sword looks cool. I want that.
That's the cool sword indeed. But why is his hand on fire?
Wouldn't you like to know? And with that, we're going to end the session for the night.